Hi, fourth graders. The Young Man in the Sea, Chapter 17. 3 Rules for Skiff Beamin'. Down the creek I go, with the dark all around and the trees watching and the water shining black. Down the creek and past our little house where my dad is passed out on the TV couch. Down the creek to the river, where the current is fast and the water is deep. Down to the river and out to the harbor, where the lighthouse stands on a hunk of bare rock, tall as a giant with a head of light. The only sounds are the slap of water on the hull and the mutter-putter of the outboard motor, and me whistling soft to keep myself company. At this time of night, my skiff is the only boat on the move. All the other boats in Spinney Cove are sleeping at their moorings. I'm wondering if the bluefin tuna sleep too. Some fish sleep, others gotta keep moving. Probably your big blue is the keep moving kind. Once I asked my dad how fish see way deep down where it's always dark. He told me a fish has got special nerves under its skin so it can feel the shape of things moving in the water. Little fish twitches, the big fish feels it, good as we can see with our eyes. You mean like magic? I asked, and he thought about that and said, no, it's not magic, it's just nature's way to give one creature advantage over the other. That's when Mom chimed in to say that the main advantage of being human is the brain, so use it or lose it, young man. She was big on that, wanting me to think about things and do good in school and read books and stuff. Sometimes in the middle of my head I can still hear her going, show the world what you're made of, Skiff Beamin'. Couldn't hardly get through the kitchen without her saying that, or reminding me what the 3 rules were. Mom's 3 rules. Rule number 1, think smart. Rule number 2, speak true. Rule number 3, never give up. First 2 I'm always forgetting. The third one, that's why I'm out here. Only thing, what if never giving up means not thinking smart or speaking true? Does it cancel out? God gave you a brain, Skiff Beamin'. Use it. Okay, Mom, I'm trying. Honest. Honest? You just stole a harpoon from that nice old man. Had to, Mom. Can't give up, remember? Rule 3. You're smart-mouthing me, Skiff Beamin'. No, ma'am. All right, then. Can't change what's already been done, but you be careful. I'll be careful. You know where you're going and how to get there? Yes, ma'am. Stay in the boat. Whatever happens, you stay in the boat. Promise? Yes, Mom, I promise. Tide carries me past the lighthouse. Put the light behind you and steer for the big red buoy. My dad said that the first time he ever took me out on the Mary Rose. Sat me on his lap and let me steer for the buoy. He was always doing that, explaining which way to go, what rocks to steer clear of, and where the channel markers were. So I know which way to go once I clear the harbor. Flat east for 30 miles. Couldn't be simpler. Just head into the sunrise. That's where the fish are waiting. Piece of cake. Any fool can find the ledge. Why not me? When I pass the big red buoy, it sighs at me. That's just air going up and down inside as it rides on the swell. But it almost sounds human and mournful, like it thinks I'm making a big mistake. Maybe I am, but I can't stop now. No way. For the rest of my life, I'd be sick thinking on what might have been, sick on missing my big chance. Think fish, I tell myself. Don't think about how big the dark is, or how small the skiff feels, or how scared you are. Scared from the inside out, from the pit of your stomach to the tips of your fingers, the kind of scared that makes you tingle all over. Think fish. Big fish shining like a lighthouse, showing you the way. Big fish gonna change your life. Big fish, big fish. Thinking on that big fish so hard, I almost forget to check the compass. Lucky for me, it glows in the dark, and I line up the E and stick to it. Trust your compass. That's another thing my dad was always saying. Trust your compass because you can't trust your instincts in the dark or the fog. Without a compass, a man will steer himself in a circle 9 times out of 10. Give up on the compass and you're lost for sure. Every once in a while I look back, and each time the lighthouse beacon gets smaller and fainter. After a while, it's only a glow on the edge of the night. Then comes the time it ain't there at all, which means I've gone at least 5 miles. 5 miles out to sea. 25 miles to go. Should take 3, maybe 4 hours. Nothing to it. Piece of cake, nothing to be scared of, so long as I stay in the boat and trust the compass. Still, I keep thinking how much water there is. Black, black water. Water so dark and deep it takes your breath away. Water so everywhere and all around you can't tell it from the sky or the sky from the water, or whether you're rising or falling. Don't think about that. What does it matter how deep the water is? Think about steering east. Think about getting there. Think about the big fish. Think about what you'll do with the money. Think about the Mary Rose as good as new. And your dad as good as new, too. And Tyler Croft with the outhouse song dying in his stupid throat. Steer east. Steer east. Steer east and think about what happens when the sun comes up and the big fish rises. I'm steering east and pretty much over being scared to death when the motor up and quits. Well, that was sudden. So he's convinced himself to not be afraid. He's motivated himself to get that far, and then his motor gives out at the end of the chapter. What do you think is going to happen next? What is he going to do to figure this out? Is someone going to come along and help him? Is he going to fix the motor? Is he going to have to row back? Is he not going to make it? Who knows? But leave your comments. You know where to leave them. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I will see you next time.